Okay, so let's just get started. So you're telling the week 7 PPA, right? Sorry, week
No,
8.
no, week 8.
Yeah. Okay, question 13 you said.
Yes.
Okay, so we have enum, type def, 4 equals to bad, satisfactory, good, great.
According to me, the answer should be grade 2, but here it is also only mentioned grade 2.
One second. So rating R equals good minus bad. Good minus bad, it is telling. And case poor, case bad, case satisfactory, case good, case great. Okay, so first of all, let's just see good minus bad. Let's say that
It
this
will
is
be 2, sir. It will be 2 value.
5 minus 2. Okay, so it's 2, right? So if we convert 2 into an enum, what do we get?
Grade.
Are you sure?
Yes, Bhaiya, because it starts from -2, then it get -1, 0, 1, and 2.
Okay, and what is the answer telling? Because I think satisfactory may be the correct answer. Sorry, this is 0, 1. I think good may be the correct answer.
Answer is telling that is great, but it is correct great, but instead of great it should be great too, because one printf statement is also in the last printf percentile d and r. The value of r will be 2, so it also prints the integer also.
Okay, is that what you're doing? Right. This is minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay. And yeah, it will print great ones. And then also it has that one. This is the switch case statement. This is outside of the switch case, and rating is defined beforehand. Hmm. Yeah, you're right actually. This one should print two values.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Yeah, I'll just confirm this with the instructor. Okay. Any other doubts
And
in this question?
yes, I also have a doubt that the size of a structure is always equal to the sum of the size of its member.
Not always. Okay. It's always greater than equal to.
Uh, okay, it means can you clarify this?
Okay. So just give me a second. Just have to connect the tablet as well. Just give me 1 second. I'm connecting the tablet. Okay, yeah. Okay, so is my screen visible?
हाँ भैया.
So let's say that we have a struct. Okay, we have a struct. Let's say it is for int k, and then let's say a float x, and then let's say character c, and then we have another character, another integer uh, t, something like this. We have a decently sized struct over here. So can you tell me how this would look in the memory? Let's say that this, what is going on here? Right, the magnetic interference. Let's say that this is the memory. So can you tell me what happens over here?
Yes, it uh, it divides many memory locations according to their data types.
Right. So we know that int is 4 bytes, right? So it will take 4 of these bytes and it will assign it to int. After that, I'm not sure how many bytes float occupies, but I think it's 4. So it will also
Yes.
occupy like this. And then character, it occupies a single byte, and then again int occupies 4 bytes. So can you tell me, is this how the computer stores it?
Uh, uh, what are you saying about the total sizes of a struct?
Yeah, that only I'm saying. Like, if it was stored like this, the total size would be what? 12 plus 1, 13 bytes.
Yes.
But is it actually stored like this?
Yes.
So if ever you get any question like that, the first thing you want to do is, what is this sonar? Okay, perplexity is last model. Sorry, fast model. Whatever. GPT 4.5, let's just use. Let's just ask it what is the type of a struct in relation to its components in C. See, here it is filling this one.
Yes, but we can also know that the size of a struct is the sum of its components.
That is not always the case. Like say, if it was like four, like say in this case, it would have some padding. Okay, so let's say that we have another memory location. How it would actually look is something like this. It would give 4 bytes to everything. Okay, but for the character, it would only use this portion. Okay, this rest would be just padding essentially.
Okay.
Okay, this is because most CPUs, they have some form of architecture where they use either 4 bits or 8 bits or something like that to store the data types or to store the data. And if you have like a singular character like this, then sometimes that leads to issues, like with you know control, like flow control and stuff like that, or control flow. Yeah. So that is why in most compilers, almost all compilers, I should say, they use some level of padding. Okay. Now,
Padding means very
sorry.
padding means
Basically, we have 4 bytes allocated over here, but only 1 byte is being used. The rest is like a buffer.
okay.
Okay. But in some
Uh,
cases, like let's say you have some struct, let's say int x, int k, float and uh, double km, something like this. Don't forget the semicolons. But yeah, something like this. In this case, the size of the struct would be the actual sum of the inputs. Like in most cases, it is a multiple of 4 bytes. So in this case, int and float, these are both 4 bytes, double is 8 bytes. So all in all, you'll get 20 bytes.
Yes.
Okay, na? So that is why I said that the size of a struct is always greater than equal to, or I guess I should just keep it like this, always greater than size of the components of struct. So I'll just write struct dot component.
The size of some of its members.
Yeah. So that is what it means. Okay, na?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So
And
coming back, yeah.
practice question number 6.
Uh, Question number 6.
Yes.
Which of the following statements about nested structs in C are true? A nested struct is also called a recursive struct. So is this true?
Uh, Actually, how can we perform and what is a nested structs?
A nested struct essentially is like, let's say that you have, uh, let's say the struct's name is points, and inside this you have an int x, int y, but then you also have a points uh, next. So this is what you mean by point nested structs. I guess.
Okay, it calls itself when it reach a point next.
Yeah. Or sometimes it is just a pointer to that one. There's also a nested struct. And the thing is, generally it will be like this only.
Okay.
Okay, now, because if we just keep points as the data type for this one, then it may go infinite, right? It will cause some error. This one, it is just a memory location, so it can store it and do everything just fine.
Yes. I think nested struct is also recursive struct because uh, it calls itself many times.
Yeah. So let's just take that. Struct can contain a member of the same or another struct type. We've just seen that, right? We can do that. Nested structs can lead to more efficient memory usage.
It also true, I think.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, nested structs means it's a more efficient.
Like, if you talk about the storage space, then maybe sure. But this is telling memory usage.
Uh,
Let's say that you want to find a nested struct like 10 levels deep. You have to go through 10 levels of structs before you reach that level, right?
yes.
So in that case, I I don't think this is correct, but I can be wrong. So let's just see. Accessing members of a nested struct requires the dot operator. Is this correct?
Yes.
That is correct. Nested or not, structs require the dot operator in order to access the components. So let's just check the answer once. And okay, okay, so it is not called a recursive struct. Okay, so other than this top one, The rest two are correct.
Why bhaiya? First one is incorrect. Uh,
I'm not really sure. Like I think it's because like this particular one could be called a recursive struct, but then let's say that we have struct. Uh, uh, okay, let's say we have struct underscore 3D underscore. Okay, this is just a variable name, so don't worry too much about it. And let's say that we have here int x, int y, float z, and then we have, let's say, points. Uh, let's just do it like this. Let's say we have points over here, x, y, and then we have a separate one, float z. I think this is what they mean when they are talking about nested loops. Sorry, nested structs. Using a different data type inside, like using another struct inside a struct.
I did not get you.
So you know how in nested loops or nested if statements, we have if some x, y, z over here, and then we have another if a, b, c over here. This is nested, right?
Yes.
And then we have some condition over here, and then we just close everything else. So this is an example of a nested loop. Sorry, nested if statement, right?
Yes.
So we have a complete if statement embedded inside another if statement.
Okay. It means a statement inside a statement.
Yes. So in this case, we have a struct over here inside another struct.
Okay.
So that is what it means. And the first example that I gave, this is a recursive one. Okay, like
Uh,
this is a recursive struct. This is a nested struct. So I guess small distinction, but yeah,
yes, it minor differences.
yeah. So and as I said, nested structs are not really memory efficient. They may be storage efficient, but they are not memory efficient.
A storage means it also that is
The storage means how much
uh,
space you are occupying in the data. Sorry, in
yes,
the, I guess, instruction memory, you can say it.
yeah, yeah.
Memory means how much cache or RAM you're occupying.
Okay, it means efficient memory uses means uh, this takes a lot of CPU's memory or CPU uses and
Just think of
RAM.
it as it uses a lot of variables.
Okay.
Okay, the less variables you use, the faster your system generally is. Like the less variables and the less calculation you, the faster your program is.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Okay,
And one more doubt: how to compares the two structures? Uh,
how
generally,
to compare two structures.
yes, generally, if we compare two integers, then we assign our double equal to operators.
Okay, see, the thing is, we don't really there's not really a situation where we would compare. Actually, no, there are situations where we would want to compare two structs, but we don't generally do that. We just take the components of what we want to, you know, compare and just do that.
Okay, it means we have to compare the elements inside the struct one by one.
Yeah, like see, that is a practice that I've followed. I don't really know what will happen if you try to compare two different structs. or two same structs even. Like there are a lot of cases in which arise from that. Actually, let's just try that out right now.
Actually, Bhaiya, question number 7 is also there regarding this.
Question 7.
Yes.
Okay, so as you can see over you can this statement is false, the only false one.
Yes, because we cannot compare the directly between two steps.
That is correct. That's why I said that you can, if you want to compare something, you can just take the components of a struct and compare those.
Okay.
Like, think about it. If we say a struct is equal to another struct, then we'll just get a 1 or 0. That's fine. But what if we say a struct is greater than another struct of the same data type? So, so what if we do something like this? So what if we say struct A is greater than struct B, and both of these have int A, uh, float B, char C. So this is the, what is it called, data that's present in both of these.
Yes, Bhaiya.
So what would it mean for a character to be greater than another character? Or what will happen if one part is greater and the other part is lesser?
I think it should be differences in the elements present in int, float, and char.
I mean, that's the thing though. You eventually have to compare element by element only. So better to just do that from the start.
Okay.
Okay, now. So, any other doubts in this one?
No, Bhaiya, all is clear.
Okay. Anyone else has any doubts in the practice assignment for week 8?
Actually, I have a problem in graded assignments uh, to understand the questions, but it is a graded, so I
Yeah,
think
we cannot really discuss that. I mean,
yes.
you can still tell me which question it is, and I can try to help you without giving you the answer.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Which question is it?
Actually, question number two, two.
Question number
Yes.
2. Can a struct contain a member that is a pointer to another struct of the same type? Okay, so I won't answer this, but I have already given you the information to answer this.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Okay, now. So, any other questions? Anyone else? Or we can start the PPAs.
No, Bhaiya, all clear.
Okay, so in that case, I guess we can just get started with the PPAs. So PPA 1 we have already discussed. I'll just increase the size of this one. So this one we had discussed in the last PA session. So I'll just skip that one. Or does anyone have any doubts in this one?
No, this part is clear. I have a doubt in PPA too.
Okay. Uh, the the others, if you cannot turn your mic on, you can feel free to leave the doubt in the chat. I'll read it and answer. Okay, so is everyone clear with PPA 1?
Yes, Bhai, yes.
Okay, so I'll just move on to PPA 2 again with the small images. So over here we have given the points of a polygon, find the perimeter of the polygon. You need to implement two functions for distance calculation and perimeter calculation. Okay, so this is telling us to find the perimeter given the points, right?
Yes. And
So
distance as well as perimeter.
yeah, so let's first tackle distance since that is the easier one. You all know the formula for distance, right? Given 2 points.
Yes, yes. And it also mentioned in the questions also.
Yeah, it's also mentioned in the question. So we have this one. So I believe SQRT
S what yeah.
is the function, and we want what, P1. Let's just do P1 twice plus P2 twice. Now is this correct?
Uh,
The answer is no, this is not correct. The reason is that we have noticed this is not an integer or float. This is a point data type. And over here, if we see that the point data type has two values, x and y. So what we actually have to do over here is do p1 dot
dot H.
x
Yes.
minus p2 dot x.
Square.
Uh, let's just do, let's just use the
Power.
power function,
Yes. Comma 2.
and
Yes.
then same thing over here. So we have pow p1 dot y minus p2 dot y. Clear so far?
Yes. Yeah. And comma 2.
Right. After this, we need a 2. So this will return the distance of any two given formulas. Sorry,
Uh,
any two given points. So now what we have to do is to take this one. We have poly endpoints. Right? So we have endpoints over here. Point star points. So what does this mean?
uh, I think first takes a variable and initialize to 0. That returns the perimeter.
Okay, so let's just look at this part, the main function once. We see polygon poly, so we are initializing a polygon data type as poly. So poly is the variable.
Yes.
After
As
that,
a
we have percentage %d and poly dot endpoints. So we are seeing how many points is present in the polygon, right?
yes.
After that, we are doing points. We are creating a row of, sorry, an array of points data type. Okay, the point data type, we are creating an array which has n elements. Okay, now.
Yes. But
So
points denotes to which functions.
no, see, this is not a function. This is a declaration.
Yes.
Like we had declared polygon poly over here. We have a point data type. Points is the name of the variable, and we want it to be an array of size poly dot endpoints.
Yes, yes, it is added.
Okay. After that, we have a for loop over here, going from 0 to endpoints as usual, and then we are scanning two numbers, and we are putting those in points I dot x and points I dot y. Okay. And after we have finished scanning this one, we are setting poly dot points to points. Okay. So this part is set as this. Okay, and after that we are just simply using a perimeter function to get the distance or the perimeter of the function.
Mm. Okay,
So
it means every time we have a find the distance and we have to sum them between 2 points.
not necessarily. What we can do instead is for uh, int I equals 0, I less than poly dot n points I plus plus. So we have this one, right? This will
Uh,
count from 0 to n points. Now what we can do is uh, okay, we need a sum variable as well. So int sum. Okay, no, we want a float over here since it is mainly a float system equals 0. Okay, so now what we can do, we just want to sum, right? So sum plus equals uh, distance, and what 2 points should we give?
it gives that distance of poly dot.
Okay, so yeah, we have a point star over here. So tell me, what should I do over here in order to properly get this?
Poly point and I.
Okay, that is one. The second
Yes.
one.
Second one should be I plus 1.
Okay, so tell me what will happen in the last element. Let's say that the n is 7. Okay, so this will go up to, what is it called?
This
Uh,
will go up to 6.
this will go up to 6, but this will go to 7.
Yes.
And what is uh, poly point plus 7?
6 and 7.
We don't know.
Uh,
Think about it. We only have data till point plus 6,
yes.
right? So if it goes to 7, then it is overflowing. It is accessing data that it should not be able to access,
Yes. Yes.
right? So what you can do in this case is to simply Okay, no, there's an extra point over here. We don't need that one. What you can do instead is do instead of doing that, you can just do I plus 1 modulo n underscore points.
Poly and points. Yes.
Yeah. So tell me what happens over here.
I think this will match the first point is connected with end or not.
That is correct. So we want to go in a circle, right?
Yes, yes.
So this one helps us to ensure that it goes in a circle.
Yes.
Mm, yeah, this is okay. So now finally we just want to return some. Let's try it out. I think there will be some error or something. Yeah. Uh, Poly is a pointer. Did you mean to use this one? Okay, see, this is one operator that I have not used too
Uh,
much.
yes, yeah. You have to use the between poly and n.
Yeah. So I guess over here it should be. Let's just follow what that guy says.
Bhaiya, this is used instead of dereferencing operator.
Yeah, like since we are using this one as what do you call pointer, this is used in place of dereferencing, I guess. Okay, I use point instead of points. Incompatible type. Incompatible type for argument one of the distance one. So this one. So let's just try dereferencing it in the end. Yeah, now it works.
Yes.
Okay, so did you understand the process by which I arrived at the solution?
Actually, Bhaiya, why you dereference it?
Because in the error, it told me that it was an incompatible data type, right? And think about it. We have taken polygon star as poly, or poly as polygon star. That means that poly is a pointer, not a data type. Okay?
Uh,
So
uh,
we use this one to at once take the component and dereference it. Okay, so that's why we are using this one. Now, the thing about this one is that points is itself a pointer. right? If you look over here, it is a pointer in itself, right? But in our function, what do we want? We do not want a point star over here. We want a point,
Yes, yes. Because the point itself a pointer.
right? So that is why we had to dereference it.
Yes, yes. I got it. To get the values.
Yeah. Just read a error. You can get a lot of information from the errors. Okay. So any doubts in this one?
No way, I got it.
Okay. Anyone at the chat? Okay. If not, then I'll move on to the next question. Let's just submit it to see if we missed any edge cases or something. Okay. No edge cases missed. Write a program to calculate the scores for different types of courses, each with its own grading criteria. Okay. Theory, programming, and project courses. Okay. So one by one, let's just analyze the situation. We have score like this one, and we have three different formulas for three different this one. Uh, in this sample, the input corresponds to a theory course type 1, with the following grading details: 85, 90, 75, 95. So that is the one. Okay. Okay, so this is a bigger code. Like you are actually making a calculator at this point. So let's just see what we have to work with. Firstly, we have a union over here. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between union and other stuff?
Uh, yeah, union means uh, different data types are stored in same memory locations.
Right. So tell me, why are we using union in this one?
To uh, to do a better way to
Have you attempted this programming assignment?
no way. I have attempted only for PPA 2 and I got
Okay.
stuck in a second functions.
Mhm. Okay, so see. First of all, we have to write uh, three areas of code. Okay, now. So over here, if you see this function, read course, you can see that for the theory one, we have quiz one, quiz two, uh, final exam, and assignments. For programming, we have quiz one, quiz two, OPP one and two. Sorry, quiz one, OPP one, OPP two, assignments, and programming assignments. And for projects, Viva one, Viva two, final project. So can you tell me what we should do here? Try to think about it.
Okay,
Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll be stopping the screen sharing and I'll solve this on my own. And you guys also try to solve this. If you are stuck anywhere, then just let me know. I'll troubleshoot it for you. Okay, till then, try it on your own. I give you guys time until 11:30. Try it out.
Okay, okay. Bhaiya, actually, how can you think instantly logic of any problem?
I mean, most of the time it is there. They ask what they want.
Yes, actually, I need some more time to think any
Of course,
logics.
like it's based on how much experience you have, how much practice you have had in coding. Like
Yes.
I have done some level of front end web development. I've done some level of game development, so I'm quite comfortable with coding. So that's why I'm just
Yes.
a bit more experienced in those areas.
Yes. That's why you think instantly about the logics.
Yeah. So if you have time, like of course now we are we are almost done with the course. Like it is week what for you guys?
Week 8.
Week 9 has also been released. So only like 3 more weeks, and then this course is essentially over. Like this C programming course is over. So right now I wouldn't recommend you start, but if you have the time, try game development.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay. Okay. Back to the question. Okay, so any progress so far?
Uh, yes, भैया.
Okay, so I'll just wait 10 more minutes. And I've finished already, so just take your time. And if one of you is done, then you can just tell me. Otherwise, we can discuss it at 11:30.
Okay, भैया.
Okay, so were you guys able to solve it?
Actually, I have solved only two functions, and that is two.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just get started with the discussion now. Let's do one thing. I'll discuss this one now, and the next one, the PPA 4. Try to do it yourself. Otherwise, you guys are in the WhatsApp group, right?
Okay, okay, भैया.
Yeah. So just if you are able to solve the last PPA question, just post it in the WhatsApp group or mail it directly to me. Not mail it. Just send me a message on GChat. Just send me a message over here, and I'll respond to you.
भैया, where I can find you?
I'm in the WhatsApp group. Other than that, I'm also on GChat, so you can just use my email. So that's my email. You can use it to contact me on GSpace. Just give me a second.
Okay, भैया.
Yeah. So as I was saying, we'll just you can just text me on this one. So now then, so firstly, this enum part is the most simple one. So in order
Yeah,
to
I have this part.
sorry,
I have done this part, and I also done a type union. But after that,
yeah,
I do not
but
able to.
we'll have to let's just go through this step by step for someone who may not have completed these parts.
Yes, भैया.
So firstly, we are defining an enum for a course type. Okay. So in this one, we have theory, programming, and project. So we have these three. Now, how you know which one is one, which one is two, which one is three? Just look at the test cases. Okay. We have one over here, and also notice theory has four criteria, programming has five criteria, and project has only three criteria. Right. So just take however many numbers are there. You see here it is four. So 4 is over here. So this is a theory course. So theory is 1. So initialize theory to 1. 2 here you can see 5 5 numbers. Here also you have 5 numbers. This is a programming course. So programming number is 2. So just write programming after that. Then project is number 3, as you can see over here. So that is how you can infer how to solve this one. Okay. Next is the type def union one. So over here, if you see, you have these 5 over here, these 3 over here. You just have to write that here. It's not too complicated. Just look all over the code, and you'll get hints on how to solve this one. Now for the final one, the grade, the compute score one. One part of it is very simple. Just okay. See here, you may be facing an issue. This one, you are going from C, then to grading, then to theory, and then to quiz one. Okay. C to grading to programming to quiz one. C to grading to project to Viva one. So that may, if you just do that for every single one of these terms, then it will be way too long. So what I
भैया,
recommend,
uh, why you have done 0.15, 0.1, 0.25?
these are the weightage. If you look over here, you have the weightage, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that is just the weightage over here.
Okay, it means just write a formulas.
Right. These are just the formulas. Okay. Firstly, we are doing like look at. I got this clue from looking at the code over here. How have they done this here? They have taken grading star G. They have taken this one. They have set grading star G. So they have a pointer G that points to grading. in the C course data type. So using this G, you do not have to write this whole thing over and over again. Just write G, this arrow, and then whatever theory courses you have. Okay, or whatever programming or whatever Viva you have. So that is
But when actually you
yeah.
can see that uh, all the all have the same memory locations at ampersand G.
No, 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 no. See, all do not have the same memory location. This is a struct. Remember, this G only points to the first element. You can access each element using this operator and then this operator.
Okay.
Okay, like all of this is a part of G. That's why we are able to access it like this. But we want
Okay.
different values. That is why we are specifying which numbers we want. Okay, so I just copied this method. So greeting G, you can see it is over here, and then you just simply do G goes to theory dot quiz one, and similar G goes to theory dot quiz two, G goes to theory dot assignment, G goes to theory dot final answer. Just like that, repeat for all the different terms, and then oh yeah, I use a switch case over here. You can use if then else also, and at the end you don't have to return anything. Remember, this is a void function. Just this much is enough. And yeah, very important, use round. Okay, if you look over here, here it is given round off the final score to the nearest integer before saving the score. Okay, because otherwise this number is like 90.75, 90.75 or something, and this number is like
Uh,
80.75 or something.
but bhaiya, integer data type can also round off this.
You see, integer does not round off, it floors.
Uh,
You know the
suppose
difference between floor and a round off, right?
okay, suppose I got a 95.5. Okay.
See, let's say you have 90.7. Okay, if you typecast it to integer, then this will
It will
become 90.
90. Yes.
But if you use round,
This will be 91.
this will be 91. It is going to the closest integer. Okay, na?
Yes. Yes.
And this is what we want. This one, not this.
Okay, it means around is predefined in
Yes.
C.
No, no, it's because we have the mat.h library.
Oh,
And even if we did not have, just you can sneak in any library over here and it will still work. But don't do that. You have all you need right here. Okay, na? So round is defined in the mat library, mat.h library. So that is why we are able to use this one. It is not a built-in function. Okay.
okay.
So that was this question. The main issue that you may be facing in this one is the confusing, pointer logic over here, like a referencing,
Yes.
dereferencing, and stuff like that.
Bhaiya, can you put the code in chat box?
Uh, I'll just put this one in the chat.
Yes, yes.
Okay, it seems like it did not copy the full code. Yeah, no, it's good. Okay. Uh, for the next one, try to solve this any way you can. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Like for PPA 4, you're given an array of shapes. Write a program to calculate the combined area of all the shapes in the array, where each shape can be a square, rectangle, circle, or triangle. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so this one you'll have to see a little bit, and if you want, you can use ChatGPT also, but just try to solve this on your own. Okay, I want you guys
Okay,
to
but
understand how it is.
triangle, in triangle we have to use Ron's formula.
No, it is telling you have a three base height. You can just use that one.
Uh, we a question part. Can you please zoom?
You just open it in a new tab.
Three base height means and two radius means we can
So
also
see,
calculate
this is
that.
how the lines are read. Okay, for a square, it is read as zero space the length of the side. So this side length is replaced with some number. Okay. After that, for a rectangle, the line contains one. After that, the length of the rectangle, then the breadth of the rectangle. After
Yes,
that, for a circle, it is two, and then the radius of the circle. And finally, for a triangle, it is three, then the base, then the height. Okay, now
two radius means.
see, you can think of the first number as the identifier. Okay, so if it is zero, it is a square. If it is one, it's a rectangle. If it's two, it's a circle. If it's three, then it's a triangle.
Okay, I think enum type.
Yeah, something like an enum.
Okay.
Okay, so just try this out, and I don't think that we actually have enough time to solve that one as is. Like we only have what 17 minutes left. So
Yes, we can also do with on in myself at
sorry.
homework.
Yeah, yeah. Just do it at home. And right now, I'll just take any doubts you guys have, like any general doubts.
General doubt means can you suggest any books which are very good in practice?
See, I'm not the guy you want to ask about books. I don't use any books.
Uh,
Okay, na? Like
भैया
you should use books. I just find I'm just way too lazy to read any books.
yes. But how can you get us such conceptual things and stuff like that? You have
It's
a more
honestly,
knowledge, but how can you get this?
see, the thing is, I have I chose to do web development for fun. I chose to do game development for fun. Okay, so those things I did of my own choice, and my main goal was not to learn programming or anything like that. I just did those in order to create something, make something tangible. And in the process, I encountered many problems. I learned how to overcome those problems. So actual like project experience is invaluable. Like you cannot replace that experience with anything else.
Uh, okay, भैया. But in electronic system, it is very difficult to maintain uh, these subjects along with PSTC, BDS, and something like that.
See, like everyone has something that they are good at. Like in my case, it's programming, and I'm not like I'm decent at electron. the electric part, but I'm not that good as compared to like some of my other friends who have also become TAs for this term.
Okay. And Linux is also a very difficult.
Yeah,
Uh,
Linux you just have to practice. There's no two ways about it. You have to, spend some dedicated practice time on Linux.
yes, Bhaiya. All these programming languages are as a mathematics,
Honestly, I'd say programming is less mathematics and more art.
more logical to think.
Like say mathematics, it's predefined. You can only get a certain answer from a certain equation. But programming, you have multiple different approaches to solve the same problem. So it's, in my opinion, closer to art than it is mathematics.
Yes. And Bhaiya, you belongs from data science or electronic system?
I'm electronics only.
Okay.
Okay, so once again, I'll just ask, does anyone have any doubts in PPA 3? If not, then I guess we can end the recording and the session here.
Yes, Bhaiya. Our time is already there.
Okay.
11:47.
Okay, let's just end the session a bit early. Enjoy Sunday, um, a bit like 15 minutes more.